So during WWE's most recent earnings call, they went out and said that they are considering selling services from the WWE network to other streaming services, considering putting pay-per-views, letting other platforms run the pay-per-view events again. And today we're going to go over why I think that's actually something really good for the WWE and something they really should honestly completely consider doing. First of all, you look at pay-per-view buys. Back in the day, WWE on average, pay-per-views are around 250,000 buys per pay-per-view. Now, granted, again, you got more for WrestleMania, and then you probably have less for some random WWE Super Showdown event or something, right? But averaging around 250,000 to 300,000 pay-per-view buys, and you consider that's a $50 pay-per-view, a $60 pay-per-view, and now WWE Network's $10 a month, and they're running 1.5 million paid subscribers right now. When you consider it's $10 a month, you would be like, oh, let's take them 200,000 pay-per-view buys, and you have to times it by 5, a million to 1.25. The gap is not a lot. The gap is not a lot on how much money they'd be making from selling on pay-per-view compared to WWE Network. Now, granted, pay-per-view is going to have the other servicing fees and whatever chunk the runner of the pay-per-view takes out of it, but I'm sure there's other expenses related to the WWE Network part of it as well. And the thing is, though, when you consider it's that close of a gap, why not move the pay-per-views off WWE Network? They're not going to lose every single network subscriber. You're still going to have a lot of people that are going to buy WWE Network for their ginormous collection of things that you can watch, old stuff, originals, current TV shows, whatever they're running. There's a lot of stuff on the network for diehard WWE fans to still want to buy the network for. So why not move it back to pay-per-view? Why not move it back to pay-per-view? You'll make more money from the pay-per-view, and I'm assuming even if you lose half your subscribers on WWE Network, you've still got 700,000, which is probably still going to net a profit at the end of the day compared to where they're at right now. And the second reason that I think this is something Vince really should be doing is the pure fact that when you consider if a streaming service like a Hulu or a Netflix buys some form of WWE Network originals, maybe not every piece of product on the network, but maybe they go and buy, I don't know, a year's worth of Raws, or maybe they buy what I like to think of like the Beyond the Ring stuff or the WWE originals, where they're just, doing behind the scenes stuff or talking to certain wrestlers, and they sell a couple of those series. All of a sudden now people that probably aren't going to buy Hulu for WWE, and WWE is going to make money selling it to Hulu, first of all, but they're not going to buy it for WWE, but they're going to see it now. Instead of people that were never going to touch WWE Network, they had Hulu, they had Netflix, they weren't going to buy WWE Network. All of a sudden, like, oh, I remember seeing this guy. I remember seeing this guy when I was a kid, or I remember hearing about this guy. Let me check this out. It's free at this point. I'm already paying for the service. I might as well check it out. In other words, WWE put more of their shows on other streaming services is inadvertently opening more eyes to WWE. When people start watching that product, they're like, let me go back and watch some more WWE. I'm kind of into it again. I kind of, it brings that nostalgia back, and it brings them eyes back to WWE once again, trying to woo them into wanting to watch the product again. It's, like I said, it's free advertisement. I think it's brilliant to take some stuff, and not even free advertisement, you're getting paid to do it. You're taking that stuff, putting it on other platforms, opening more eyes to WWE, and I think it's something Vince really has to consider doing here.